Alright, well, we did our last tire change of the week. From now on, as long as it goes down the track, comes back, I'll be driving it onto the trailer on those because I don't swap those until I get home. But we're here, day 5, about to make our last final pass. I'm about to turn the car up. I'm going to turn the fuel up, both a little bit of pre-boost fuel and after-boost fuel. Layman terms, I'm going to give it a lot of fuel going down track. I'm going to lock the converter. I haven't done that at all this week. You're not supposed to in a 4L80, but like I said, we're going to break something, whether it's a record or the car. It's day 5. As long as I break the beams, we have completed drag week again. And I'm going to try to get as close to a 9 as I physically can. So I'm going to finish changing up tires and start adjusting fuel. And then when we get called up there, we're going to go. Unfortunately, it is another really hot day. So the chances of a 9 happening today are probably slim to none, but we'll give it a shot either way. Did I just lose a belt?
It's your belt.
That's what I said. Did I just lose a belt?
Alright, we got that.
I got another one.
There.
Don't worry about it. still 960.
We're up for a full down.
So,
It went 146 miles an hour, probably 55.
lock the converter too.
Lock the converter, but wouldn't go. Jack it up.
So you may not have finished like you like to, but you finished drag week.
Done enough.
Done enough.
In theory, he finished exactly how I wanted to. He got an 8 and finished, just not in the right order or the way you wanted to. Well, all right, we're about to go into our day 5 run. Hopefully it runs a PB, but we're gonna have to find out.
I would probably try the running it in third and just lock it when you're at least to the 1,000 foot, if not a little, and see if it does anything.
Yep.
If it finds 2 mile an hour, you know it's worth looking at.
All right, hopefully this is a good one. Dom is up now in the first gen truck. Got good oil pressure. Everything is good. Ran it out. Gave it some more fuel earlier. So hopefully we got a PB. I gotta be honest, not super hopeful of that because of how damn hot it is. Thank you, sir. Well, it wasn't a personal best. It went 1048 with the slowest mile per hour yet. So locking the converter actually made mile per hour go down. Now I will probably make another pass, but we had to slip to turn in. 1048 ain't bad. We'll go up there later and do a little bit more. It's just real hot. I'm not gonna lock the converter again. But yeah, good enough to finish off our Drag Week 2025. We'll have, I believe, a really low 11 average, which I wanted to try to get a 10-second average, but we had to turn a 12 in one day. So we will take it, but I'm good with that.
Here comes Chevette Guy. So Chevette Guy is a hero for a number of reasons. He has clear-coated my signature on the door of his car. That actually makes him a loser. What makes him a winner is the fact that he's been out here running fast with this Mercedes-Benz diesel-powered Chevette, and we've seen him camping in the thing at multiple tracks.
Arriving at tracks every morning and seeing his tent. Obviously, he's inside it. The Chevette parked in front, camping out, doing drag week.
Yeah, he's asleep in the driveway as people are pulling in the morning each day. I love this thing. I was kind of meh
cool
with it the first time it was out, and it was kind of a turd. But now, 1048 at 122. 1048. It's a Mercedes diesel. Have you ever driven a Mercedes diesel?
Never have. 280
Don't.
SE.
No, because if you had, you still would be. The Tom Brown is 1174 in the Chevette 1048.
I'll say 45 PSI leaving off the line with a lot different. What is it, 60? So I don't think that was the best pass of the week. It's close.
10:45.
10:45, that's what I thought. So we're about three tenths off, but 300 off. But so that went a 10:48 at 122. I locked converter and we lost mile an hour. So I didn't like that. I might be able to pick up a little bit more. 60 foot, it went a 141. 60 foot, went a 650 eighth mile at 102, and then we went a 1048 at 122. It's hot as can be. Lost converter, so we'll take that as the end of drag week. But if I can get a second chance, I'm going to.
Still down there.
Well, we're back up in the staging lanes, about to go up. I'm going to do a second pass. I felt a little cooler over by the truck earlier, but now that we're up in the staging lanes, I'm really not sure that it is. I'm going to try to lock the converter a little later into the pass because I heeled some mile an hour. It's not going to go as fast as I wanted to. It's just way too hot. I don't know what it is. It's 90 degrees or more. But hopefully we get a 10.3. If not, whatever this does is going to be good enough. I'm putting on the trailer when I get back. We've already completed drag week, so we're going to go home.
10:44.
Look at the Chevette. What? He was spinning the tires for like 20 minutes and no smoke was coming off them because they were turning at 38 RPM. The Magnum goes down 1485. Liam Cannon in the Mustang 1321. Far more smoke from the exhaust than there was from
Look
the
at
tires.
the contrast.
Yeah.
Diesel, EV. Left lane,
Good
right
call.
lane.
And the EV is going to spank the diesel.
This is probably the home run shot for Jared as well. Jared in the left lane in the Lucid Air.
He's bumping it in with the Chevette. The Chevette's going to get out earlier, 109. But look, he's just absolutely going to get the diesel drained out of his tank as the EV crosses by with much greater environmental responsibility and running 919 at 147 miles an hour. And the Chevette, 1044, 124.
Thank you. Well, it is a personal best, but not by much. That was a 1044. So our personal best before this was a 1045. So we broke it by a little bit, 124 mile per hour in the quarter. So that's our best. Not as good as I wanted, but it is so freaking hot outside. I'm gonna have a heat stroke in the dang car, and we didn't even make it all the way down the track right as I went through the scoreboards, is what we'll call them. So my brain is not working. I got feeling on windshield, it's all coming out of the cap. So not ideal. It is too hot. We will have to come back another day when we got like some 60-degree, nice cool air. But that's drag week completed, 2 passes. That is, I think, confirms we got a 10-second Chevette, and I think with a little bit more work, maybe putting a 66 millimeter inlet on this turbo with this exhaust housing, I think we might be able to get a little bit more out of it. But we need to do some tuning on a dyno before we do that. So that's the end of this section here. I'll probably see my wife here in a minute when she comes running up to me, and that will be it for today.
Yeah, 10:44. You went 10:44.
Overheated as I went through the.
Oh.
But it was so freaking hot. I'm just done. I can't. I was gonna have a heat stroke in there, but 10:45.
Oh my God.
I don't want to take away from your video, but
No.
it blew off the roof. Well, I took it the rest of the way off, but look at the roof. No, up front.
Go up front.
What?
Feels like a 10 grand.
Oh my God.
It looks rusty, but now it's just gone. I didn't want to take away from your video, but I had to show you.
But that's the end of Hot Rod Drag Week 2025. We're done. We didn't get a 9, which, you know, isn't a big deal. It's just kind of a race to the 9s for the USA 0-606 guys. But we broke our record every single day this week, so we got a new PB every day. I know there's more in the
Fuel
car.
only.
We got to work our way up. I do think I have the world record for fuel only on 606. If you know somebody who's faster with fuel only, no nitrous, put a comment in the comment section below. But other than that, we got a long drive home. We'll see how that goes. That's also another part of the journey, is just getting the 10 hours back home. So we're gonna hop in the truck, get a couple hours driving in, find a truck stop in a shower. But thank you for watching. We'll see you at home. All right, as you can see, we have made it back home from Maryland to back into Indiana. It was a little bit of a drive. I think it was a little over 10 hours straight. So I think it took about 14-15 hours with stops and a little bit of issues here and there. And we stopped at, well, we left Friday. We made it down the road about 3 hours, and then we stopped at a truck stop. Got some sleep for the night and left. And I swear I was in like what seemed like jet lag. I just couldn't get the tired off. And then we got back yesterday about 5 o'clock. And I walked in and hit the bed and was asleep before 30 seconds went by. And I woke up this morning, so I slept for like 16 hours and I still felt tired when I woke up. But that's part of Dragon Drive. But like I was just telling my wife, we kept talking about it and we said it to multiple people. Where Drag Week is an event where the entire time you're there, it's miserable and you can't wait to go home. And the second you get home and get some rest, you wish you were back. And that's where I'm at already. She's making a couple reels as I'm editing YouTube videos, and I already wish I was back there doing passes again. But we're back. We didn't have very many issues. We did break our personal best multiple times. So all in all, it went well. Car's still together. Nothing's wrong with it. We're actually going to probably do some more racing here really soon. But I've got to decide on what I want to do here for a little bit. The car works. It's going 1040s, which before was, you know, a lot faster than I thought this car would go. And I know I could get it to go 1030 today, tomorrow, if I wanted to, just by doing a couple things different off the line and down track, and with better air. Because I really truly think that day that it went the 911, that was not real. I believe that was a 1030 pass easily. That I had really good air. It felt way faster. It left good. I don't think it was a 9-second pass by any means. But I also don't think we're making 600 horsepower. I don't know if we're really making 550 horsepower. After I leave the line, it's the mid-trek is not very good for this car. I got to pick up my mid-range. Now, this turbo, when we were talking to Diesel Power Source about sizing and everything, when I was going to buy a brand new one or look at buying brand new ones, they told me that 63, 68 wasn't good for 600 horse. I was going to run out of air, which I think I am. I'm using all the boost and we're still not there. And
I think if I put a 66 millimeter inlet on this turbo, which is what they told me, it would get me to that 600 horsepower range. But before I do any of that, well, I want to do that still, but then I need to take this thing to dyno and get it making that kind of power, because right now I'm just turning screws and making passes and seeing what works and doesn't work. There on the last day, I tried locking the converter, logging it in different spots, and I didn't gain any mile per hour like I was hoping I would. One of the passes I actually lost miles per hour. So I don't know, I need to play with some stuff a little bit more. The car's finally working now, so we would have had a 10-second average if I could actually have turned in all of my passes, but that 911 pass obviously screwed that up for us. And then the second pass, when I went up there, it pushed through the beams, and I could have won another 10-second pass, but the reaction time, anything over a second reaction time, adds your time to it. So I had to let go of the button, which went like an 11 something. So our overall average for the week was an 11.009. So we were really close to getting a 10-second average. And if we, like I said, could have put in the other passes, it would have counted, because we had 1040s, 1050s the week, and then 111. Actually, I think it might have been a 12-second pass that went on to our average. So overall, it kind of killed the average. But if you count the passes we did, it was a 10-second average. And it would have been a low 10-second average if you actually use the time slips. So 100% a very streetable 10-second diesel Chevette is what we have now. But this is fuel only. There isn't a drop of nitrous on it. If you watch my videos, you can go back to any video ever, there's no nitrous on this car. No bottle, no lines, no nothing. I think I have the world's fastest fuel only diesel OM606. And I would like to see if that's true or not before I claim that record, because I cannot find anybody who's ever really been in low 10s that wasn't having nitrous. So I think it's world's fastest diesel only, no nitrous. And I would really like to be the first ones in the United States to get a 9 out of the car, and I think I could with this turbo change, because I don't think I'm making the power that I need to. And like, to go from a 1040 to a 10.0 takes, 100 horsepower, if not a little bit more, to cut that much time off. So I have that. I like to throw a radial on the car too. Back to what I was saying, I like to throw a radial on the car, which can typically, take a 10th off of your quarter-mile passes as well. I talked to a lot of people this week. Of course, you see all kinds of different things. So like Brian Anderson with the orange LS block Chevette. We've talked to him a bunch. He's a really cool guy. I like seeing him every time we get to go on these drag and drives and talk to him. Obviously, we had Dom and Jim with the real big, wide first gen. That they're chasing 9s. They've had that truck in the 9s, and they were trying to get back to that, and they had issues running like 11s and 13s during the week. So they'll get that truck back in the 9s. It's super cool. Austin had the super clean first gen Dodge truck. That's the first time he's been making quarter-mile hits in it. That truck has more in it that he's just doesn't want to tear the truck up, but it could go faster. Whether or not it survives it, it's on the playing cards. But there's just a lot of people there, a lot of cool insight to get from people. But I think we can get the car in the 9s. Well, I know we can get the car in the 9s. I think if I want to, which I was trying not to, but it sounds good, I think I can put this car on nitrous and we could take the world record. I don't want to put it on nitrous. I'd like to take it without it, which would make it cooler, but it's a lot more work that way. I'll probably hurt the car doing it, but I definitely think we could take the world record if we put some nitrous on it, add a different turbo, and so I gotta decide if I really want to do that and hurt the car. I got a spare motor, but it's how you hurt it. Going down the track, if I blow a rod out of the bottom of the block and throw oil all over it and wreck the car, was it worth it? Not really. So I gotta figure that stuff out. But we do know we have a very consistent 10-second, low 10-second car. I know I can get it in the lower 10s on this setup just with some narrowing stuff down, messing with suspension a little bit, launch RPM and boost, and we could go a little bit more and have a low 10-second car consistently. But I know I can put the 66 turbo on it with this VGT exhaust housing, and we could definitely get it into the low 10s, maybe high 9s. So that's probably something I'm definitely going to look into. I'm also going to put the car on a radial, just because you don't have the sidewall roll. These slicks are also pretty old, so the sidewall is worn out on them, so I'm wadding the tire up. Going down track, second, third gear. If you see some of the pictures and videos from down track, you can see it wadding the tire up on shifts and stuff. So I'm losing time on tire as well. So we could put a radial and a turbo on it and go high 9s. I don't think that's going to take world record territory by any means, because I've never seen the video or any proof of it, but I've heard from multiple people that a 9.3 was ran with an Ohm 606 motor. So, but I would really like to take the US record back, obviously, as anyone would. I'd like to be the first one in the US to run 9s. And I'd also like to take the world record eventually, because I have the potential for it. I don't think I will consistently keep it there. If I ever do decide to chase a world record and run like a 9.3, it would probably be like beating it and then putting the car away. I like the consistency of knowing I can go to a drag and drive and run 10s the entire week and not have very many problems. To push this car at 9s, it wouldn't make it through drag weeks pushing it that hard, and I know that. So I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but we finally have a Chevette race car. Not just a diesel Chevette that goes down the racetrack. We have a Chevette race car. It will get on the converter, it'll build boost, it does everything it should now. So now we can start making it faster instead of just trying to get it to work. So that is all for this video. The only thing I didn't get to do my entire drag week that I wanted to do was a trailer burnout. So what better way to end this video than to do a trailer burnout. So I'm going to unload this car right now, stick a trailer on it, and we're going to go do a trailer burnout to finish off our drag week.